Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, I'm sharing with you my latest build of blue-white control for the ladder. It's been treating me incredibly well. We're going to try a little bit of a different format to today's video where I'm going to show you some stats and talk a bit more about the deck up front. And yeah, we're going to see how that goes. So, untap.gg stats on the deck. I'm 23-6 with blue-white control. The latest iteration, I'm on 16-2. So it's actually doing incredibly well for me. It is the deck that got me with a beautiful 69% win rate into the top like 500 mythic or something of that nature. And then I held that rank to the end of the season. I basically showed up every day, played one game, won that, and then moved on. And then since some changes, it's been doing even better than before. So what is going on with the deck? Why are we doing it the way that we're doing? First of all, anytime I'm having a lot of success with a build, any kind of deck, I feel like I really need to share it with you guys. I feel like that's part of the job here, even if it's similar to decks I've already played this season. When something good is working and a few small changes make it better, you get more mileage from tuning a good deck this time in the season when there are new cards around the corner and the meta's kind of solved than you do from building new ones. So I think it's important to at least try to share that mentality with you guys, even though I all get, you know, infinite complaints that this is just like the last deck, blah, 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 blah. Look, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I don't know. Anyway, the changes that we made to blue-white here, some pretty weird ones. We've cut Devastating Mastery, and my most watched video from this season was, it literally had in the title my best deck, and I think it was called Devastation. You've probably seen the Teferi thumbnail a million times now. Devastating Mastery is only good against mono green. It's the deck that puts out like Ren and 7 and Ranger class and gives you the other types of permanents. The Troll, you know, it's the Troll's flip side being attached to a land. Devastating Mastery is great against that deck, and that deck is still a significant part of the meta. But I've decided that you don't have to have Devastating Mastery to be able to win that matchup, and it's just terrible against everything else. It's terrible against Izzet. It's too slow against mono white. It's really bad. So it had to go, unfortunately, and I needed some other important things, like the Planeswalkers are gone, and the devious cover-ups are gone. So that inevitability of shuffling our best cards back into the deck and using them again is completely gone. So in its place, we have 3 copies of Tested Talents and 4 copies of Negates. All the cards I mentioned, they completely lost the game against Izzet. Because what is Izzet? The battle with Izzet is play land, play land, play land, draw cards, play land, draw cards, play land, draw cards. Eventually, they go for Galvanic Iteration, Galvanic Iteration, Galvanic Iteration, Alrund's Epiphany. When they do that, you have to be able to counter every instance of the Epiphany. If you have a 4-mana counterspell like Devious Cover-Up, you won't have enough mana. If you have cards like Mordenkainen or Teferi in your deck, you won't have enough mana. If you tap mana to cast those, you won't have enough mana. Those are just huge liabilities in that matchup, and instead I needed cheap interaction. So we have 4 copies of Negate, which is a card I don't even see that much in Best of 1 lately, but Disdainful Stroke is completely dead against mono white. Test of Talents is completely dead against mono white and really dead most of the time against mono green. Negate hits mono white and mono green. There are enough things in there that you can tag that matter. Fateful Absence, not really, but I'm thinking more along the lines of Sky Maul. You know, you can tag a Sky Maul. Most of the time, we're hoping to discard those cards anyway with Faithful Mending, but Disdainful Stroke is dead in a lot more spots than Negate is against the aggro decks, so I'm up to 4 copies of Negate, and you saw the stats. It's been treating me well. I've been on a really, really, really big win streak since we went up to 4 Negates, so I'll change it when I start to lose, when the Negates are rotting in my hand dead and not getting the job done. But right now, they are. 4 Sunset Revelries, no Fateful Absence. We're just trusting Revelry and Fading Hope to do the job. If I weren't playing the 1 copy of Lear, I would cut the Fading Hopes and I would add Fateful Absence, but the Lear is the win con, and we only have 1 of them, but we just dig through the deck with Memory Deluge, we find it, and if somehow the Lear dies or gets discarded to Mending like it does in some matchups, then we're going to go ahead and try to win with Amiria's Call, Hall the Storm Giants, and 3 Mascot Exhibitions in the sideboard for Divide by 0. I haven't run out of cards yet. I've been having a lot of success with the build as it is, so I'm excited to share it with you today. The games are already recorded, and I'm actually, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a blue-white stomping. I'm actually including the 2 losses, 14-2. I'm including both losses because I made some pretty big mistakes in them, and hopefully you'll learn some what not to do's from it, and the mistakes won't be completely in vain because all of you will learn from it. So I'm sure you'll enjoy the games, and thank you for watching this video. As always, see you in the next video. You're cool. Against aggro, we've got Sunset Revelry, but everything else is bad. So, I guess let's see what's going on. Sunset Revelry might be able to draw us into... give us the time we need to deluge into a sweeper. Alright. Swamp. Tempting. But we might need that counter. Let's see what happens. We can at least wait a turn, right? This could be our turn 3 play if we don't draw another land. Opponent coming out with Shambling Ghast. Shambling Ghast deck should be an okay matchup. We should have a lot of time. It's just about making sure that we don't die in a stupid way. Curse of Leeches. Do we use the negate? I think the negate can hit planeswalkers. Those are like the biggest threats. So, Jwari that thing. Down to 18, 5 cards in hand for the opponent. Here's a Deadly Dispute. Is one of the better cards that they have. But I think we need to save the negates. We gotta counter planeswalkers. Oh, you're Esper. Does that change anything? Let's mend. I know I want to discard the Revelry. I'm sure we can find something else to drop. I don't know if Divide by Zero is actually important here. It's kind of like a counter, but doesn't do too much. Field of Ruin's very important. Dimiria's Call isn't going to be important until much later. And we might be able to cast it from the graveyard with Leer around end game time. So it's usually not too bad to discard the one that you see too early. Okay. Are they going to... Let's see what they choose. They haven't seen my hand or anything. They might choose Faithful Mending because there's one in the graveyard. Alrund's Epiphany. Yes. We got him. Shield. I think we let that resolve here. I think it's totally good to play the Deluge. The shield doesn't affect us too badly as long as we don't make any mistakes. So I'm gonna be... I gotta play careful now. Alright, they didn't have Tested Talents. I always hold my breath right there. Alright, they have a tapped Field of Ruin. Do we go after it, or do we hold up other things? I think it's fine. Besides, does it say permanent? Another permanent, yep. So that's one of the mistakes we could make, is targeting their land with a Field of Ruin and having to pay for it, and not having enough mana to hold up what we want to hold up. Another Curse of Leeches. Okay. Let's play with this card. Let's see what it does. I have a feeling I can work it. Bounce the Redain, go get the Sciences. Could mend again. I guess at worst case I can discard these two. They're not particularly special. I was gonna like maybe flip the Curse of Leeches and then bounce it with Fading Hope, but Divide by 0 does the same thing. Also, this is a very, very slow burn, so to speak, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's make 4 mana available for a Deluge. Hive. Curse of Surveillance. That starts to get annoying. They have 1 treasure open, so Jwari won't stop it. It's expensive. Let's make them play it again. Dimiri's Call. If we play that, what will they do? Well, can't really play it this turn anyway. Don't have the right mana. So I think I'm planning to negate and Deluge. Let's just Deluge now and not... I guess if they have a Test of Talents, we need to win the fight, so... yeah. Let's let them have their 4/4. We'll figure out a way to deal with that in a minute. We're still at 22 after all. They go for the Hive. They want to target the Deluge. Okay. All right, they might try to field my Hall here. Yep, that's okay. I didn't actually expect to win with the Hall. And we still have field for another Hive. Another Deluge. There's a Fading Hope. Bounce it. Doomscar. They do have some creatures. Might as well take it. Gonna need to answer them somehow, sometime. It's just a train, man. It's just rolling. It just rolls on and on to the destination. Just keep hitting land drops, just keep getting more resources, counter what's important, stall what's important, blow things up if they get too hairy. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this, life in a card. Nice. This, more cards. Ha! All right, let's go for negate. Try to preserve our card advantage. Curses seems to be their jam. And we've got lots more negates in the deck. All the Fading Hopes. All right, so this still gains life right now and draws. Let's try it. And say go. Sorry, looks like my sound effects were still really loud from the stream. Sometimes we crank up the music. All right, we had been just kind of volleying back and forth. The opponent basically trying to hit me and me being a ninja, dodging all of it. And now the opponent has pulled out the rope. So, is it a disconnect? Is it salty tears? Or is it a big decision? We'll never really know. All we can do is wait. Uh-oh. Only one timeout left? Will they reconnect? I don't know if I'd bother reconnecting to this game if I were them. Maybe they can go for a walk or something. Find a happier place for their Esper Curses deck. You tell me, in your mind, is that salt or circumstance? Well, we're not that good against control, but we're pretty darn good against aggro, and that's always priority number one. If we're up against control, we can scrap these cards to the mending and try to draw some negates. Paladin class, oh boy. Everything's more fun with Paladin class. Everyone's favorite Luminar Gas Pirate. Alright, let's set you up, get you away from an elite Spellbinder as quickly as we can. They like their funky land. It's gonna make it harder to power up a Haven, though. Thud. Alright, well, countering things, not really good option. They're probably just gonna activate this anyway. Let's dig. Sunset Revelry's nice. I think we're gonna Fading Hope the 4/4. So what can we discard? I think this is a safe discard. We have a lot of land here, don't we? We really do. So these are probably safe discards. Yay! More of these, please. How bad could that be? What a collage of the critter lands, eh? Owie. And a Warhound. Okay. Feeling strong. I think I want to get this Foretold. You always have to be thinking of Elite Spellbinder. Always. Shield? Wow. Alright. Makes our Field of Ruin a lot worse. But they still didn't activate Paladin class. And they don't have enough snowlands for the Haven yet, and they're a land short of the cave. Alright, they did it. Power up Haven, hit with Haven, pump with Paladin class after. Alright, now they've got 2 creature lands for us to figure out how to contend with. So let's dig for answers. Wow. All 4 Doom Scars. But, no. And I mean no. Ways to deal with these. No Fading Hopes. No lands, even. Would have definitely taken a land there if I could. But discarding those lands is coming back on me. It always does. It always seems like I should be able to, and then I try it. Never works. Alright, so we have Field of Ruin this time. Let's use that. We need to pay an extra 1 because of the shield. No big deal, but it does mean we can't do any other fancy stuff. They're going to power up Double Strike with the Paladin class now. So we do have to find an answer to this cave quick. What a weird game. Let's dig. What a weird game. It just keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse, guys. Life, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 damage. 8 damage. That's so much. There's a Fading Hope. That can buy some time. Eventually they'll rebuild the board and Doomscar will be necessary, but will 2 Doomscars be necessary? And how long can we stall? I'm gonna need to find more Fading Hopes, that's for sure. I have to also remember it takes 2 mana to Fading Hope. I also hope that if they draw another land that they play it the way they did before combat this time, it would stall the cave for 2 turns. It would also be nice to draw more Field of Ruin. Gotta remember Paladin class too. It's 3 mana to use that Fading Hope. The opponent could draw another Paladin class and that could be lethal. But I still think I have to take that risk and get these Deluges going. There's a field. Another Revelry or another Deluge? Let's take another Revelry so that when the creatures start coming, we can handle it. Shouldn't have played my land first. Should have held it. Of course, 3 mana isn't enough. 3 mana wouldn't handle this cave. Yeah, please don't draw another Paladin class. Break my heart. Okay. And they didn't play a land, so it's coming back down. Wow. All 4 Memory Deluges. 33 cards. We're in the zone now where finding Leer is probably good enough. Now they're going to play an Aspirant. We'll play this. And this. Time to stall, baby. Sure. That's an expensive sunset. They're still doing the thing. Such annoying taxes. Staying alive, staying alive. Sure, they have more creatures. So what should I do to prepare for them? Mend? They do have to fly. There's Leer. Oh no, don't tax my Leer. Don't spellbind my Leer. It wouldn't be that bad, but it would be annoying. And I don't think I could use Fading Hope and pay all the taxes. Grandmaster. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The one, no negates here. They whiff? Did they search the wrong spot? Did they not run it? How do you whiff on that? Makes no sense. So, do we just play Revelries for life? How much does it cost to Fading Hope something of theirs on their turn? It costs 3. It costs 2 to target my own Leer. Let's gain some life. Oh wait, if I do it with this one, I draw. Brilliant. Now we just need some Divide by 0, get some Mascot Exhibition, crush this thing. Alright, so what's down here? All 4 Doomskars, 3 Sunset Revelries with 1 more in exile, 2 Fading Hopes, 2 Jwaris, a negate, another Jwari. The cards are probably irrelevant. 2 Memory Deluges, and now there's a negate in hand. And our opponent's playing Halvar. Holy smokes. Whew. This white deck ain't goofing around. They're getting all these cards together. A land. So many options. There we go. So, now what? Let's wait and see what the opponent does. If they attack with the Halvar, it doesn't have any abilities. We might be able to block it with a 7/7. It's a little risky, though. I guess if we wait till their turn, all kinds of nastiness happens with bouncing. Maybe I just block with Leer, bounce my own Leer, and then I bounce the Shield or the Grandmaster. Okay, how about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, it takes so much mana to bounce things. This is actually really hard to navigate because of the taxes. Five mana to bounce, and then 2 mana to do 3 mana to hope. 5 mana to bounce, 3 mana to hope. So we just hope now. We just hope now. Okay. They can't get too mad at me for taking a long time. They did this to me. They put me in this position. They made me this way. Halvar returns. Cave, great. Great, 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 great. All right. Time to bounce something. Is it the annoying Shield or the annoying Grandmaster? I think it's time to get rid of this Shield. Too long you have tortured me. Too long you have been annoying. Let's get Reduce. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty smooth. I forgot that was in my sideboard, if I'm being perfectly honest with you guys right now. That is a very good solution to my problems. You. Get out. Out.
I am happy to step back and listen.
You too. Out. Little life, little 1/1s, little cards. There we go. Now pass it back. Sunset Revelry every turn really stacks up. And we set them up for Fading Hope Doomscar. They're like doing some kind of math. We have to be really careful here. Don't get taxed out of being able to save our Leer. Portable hole. Okay. Yep. I'll take bumps if I need to take bumps. I'll take some punches. Redain. Okay. As a creature. Nice. Gotta play around that negate. Rune of Sustenance. So that will give it lifelink, double strike, and you'll draw a card. Fizzle. Recast, sure. And my turn. All right. So it's time to put things away. We have finally taken everything from them. The one reduced to memory got to flex its muscles. I've played a lot of games. Not sure how often I've gotten to use reduced to memory that way. But that's what it's there for. Without Devastating Mastery, you've got to be able to pick up what slips through the cracks. You have nothing. Nothing, I say. How many Doomscars will it take? This was a really bizarre draw from the deck, but we got through it. And hey, if you're gonna play against Mono White, you'd rather draw too many Doomscars than not enough. No blue. Covert, no blue. Basically keeping a hand for a Sunset Revelry. But all we have to do is draw a blue source. And if we're against Izzet... Alright. Risky hand for sure. Let's live a little dangerously. This is probably the toughest matchup we could have drawn if it is, if it's actually factually green. Given this hand, that's a tough matchup because Revelry doesn't hold them back for very long. Yeah. All right, it's on. It's on. Opponent has Snakeskin Veil. They're holding up here instead of attacking. Let's go ahead and use our Faithful Mending. We gotta take some damage before Revelry gains life. Right now it would only make creatures. We gotta turn this Test of Talents into a live card. Hopefully they play slow and off curve, worried about counter magic, worried about Jwari. I mean, that's perfectly acceptable because they could pay for a Jwari. It's probably their best card against us too without Devastating Mastery. But yeah, they're gonna cling to Snakeskin Veil, so we have to find Doomscars. Leer is good. Leer's really good. So we have 5 mana here, Leer, another Mending. Let's just discard the other Mending. This Actually, we could get their Veils, couldn't we? Hold on. Hold up. So what's the discard? We need the other blue source. They don't have a Haven yet. They would have played it. I think we'll drop that. It's a little risky. Kind of punished. Let's do it on their turn. Maybe on their end step, take some damage. Fall behind a little, but set ourselves up for the future. If we get all their Veils, then in the future playing Leer with Fading Hope open is so much better. Of course they immediately have a Faceless Haven. Of course they do. Another Sentinel, sure. Wait till they declare their attackers and figure out where to put their counter. That's interesting. I would have expected them to put it on the Troll if they had a Veil. So this could be a bluff. They might not have Veil. We still go after the Troll. It's more damage and very expensive to recast. Yep, not a bluff. Most people on ladder can't bluff. They're physically incapable of the act. Alright, anything to be aware of? Any Froghemoth hasty nonsense? This is where you miss Devastating Mastery a lot, so we have to keep their board in check. It's very hard to do. One inscription? Really? Are they down to one inscription here? Yeah, they have a tracker and a second Snakeskin Veil instead. So they don't have many fights, which means might just be able to slam Leer on turn 5. If the opponent powers up the Haven and attacks with it, we get punished. If they go for the Troll again, we divide it. I think if we pass with open mana, they're definitely going to do the Troll thing. So let's we want them to recast the Troll so we can divide it. So let's play the Revelry here. Next turn we can divide by 0 Environmental Sciences, so we have our 6th land. And then turn 6 play Leer with Fading Hope. Are they reaching for Haven anyway? Wow. Okay. Alright, so they're playing around my divide by 0 pretty effectively. Oh, they're not. They're putting it on a Sentinel. Okay, let's kill this Sentinel. Then we still have a chump blocker for next turn. Plan. Bounce this. Go get this. Use it. Go get this. No attacks. Healthy life total. Let's see if they still go for the Haven. Especially when we can just block it. Yeah, they do. Alright, I think we just take it, because we have Blizzard Brawl protection from next turn with the Fading Hope. And we can block something larger next turn, effectively gaining us back 1 life. It's gonna be scary, but this is what we can do. Wow, Doomscar. Does that change anything? No, because we just get attacked by the Haven. Doomscar's a little too late. All right, mission untap with Lear. I will go to 1 if it means I untap with Lear. All right, Sentinel Chicken's out. I was gonna say. And this is where saving the 1/1 for one more turn is huge. We're holding that Fading Hope. If they drew a Blizzard Brawl, we're not risking it. We're not risking it, guys. Okay, they go for a Troll. We can bounce the Haven. Haven's a headache, and it's very, very large. We have Divide by 0 down there. We have Sunset Revelry. Divide by 0 for the Troll. Revelry for everything else. Or we could just bounce the Troll now. Not sure if that's right. More cards? No. More bounce spells. Mending. 3 cards in hand. Revelry does almost everything. If we could discard one more card, it would do everything. I guess we can foretell Doomscar. Right? Then we need to draw a land, or we have to shock out the call to have Divide. Alright. A full powered Revelry isn't worth it. Let's just do a baby Rev. And then what else are we doing? We still want to do this. Let's do this. And now we have Divide open. We might take 5 from a Troll. We might bounce the Troll. We don't want to lose the Lear, though. We know they don't have Veil. We took them from them. Okay, now they go with the counter on the Troll. Down to 3. Okay. They keep leaning in. It's going to take 8 mana to Divide by 0 Doomscar. We have that. But I don't want to pay 3 for it, because I ain't got 3 to pay. Yep, keep bringing them out. Alright, let's see what we can find with the Mending. Which I think I cast the one from Graveyard, because I need the one to discard in hand. Another Divide. Another Divide. Goodness gracious. Could pay 3 here. Bounce Lear, Wrath board, die to Haven. Ugh. Do we let them just make a big attack and blow it up next turn? They might power up the Haven, so they might not be able to recast a bunch of things. The thing that I would love to do, though, is fetch another land this turn. So I guess that's part of it. Tough game. Tough game. Green keeps doing green stuff. Eventually I have to blow up the board, but I need to be in a better spot. Coward. take an 8 here. Think we're about to die. Alright, so kill one of these havens, I guess, with the Leer, since we can't save it. Leer did its best. Pretty sure this is the end, though. Once Lear's gone, Lear's just gone, guys. So, what do we need? We need to draw Field of Ruin. Cool. Not cool enough, though. Then we die to Field. We can go up to 5, but they put a +1/+1 counter on it with the class. Should have gotten this foretold when I had the chance. I think that was a big mistake now. So what's another line? Is there another line? If we play these, that doesn't get there. Man, they just backed me into a corner and I was never able to get out. I thought we could have won this game. There's the field. It was on top, 1 card away. I don't have enough mana to play it, blow up the opponent's thing. The divide by 0 won't get me through, so what do I need to do? I need to draw Sunset Revelry. Does that do it? That is just enough. If we hit a Sunset Revelry off the divide by 0. We have just enough mana. No, we don't. We can't play the Field of Ruin, then do that, right? So that, blow up this. We also have to have another basic in the deck. I'm not sure we have that. Yeah, we're a mana short. We are a mana short. That's rough. For the content. For the content. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost this one somehow. I'm pretty sure I blew it. I'll have to go back and watch it to be sure. Let's go. The mana is there. The spells are here. We haven't played against Izzet today, so it's probably about time. No? Okay, more Shambling Ghasts. Man, every day in the arena feels a little weirder than the last. I might end up discarding that. Unfortunate to draw the Leer this early against black because they have hand hate. Yeah, I think I'm discarding these. The Planeswalkers are what's scary about black. We'll see. Maybe I'm giving them a chance to play another threat and show me they're super aggressive, but I don't see it. What about Sedgemoor Witch? I don't know, man. I'm gonna gamble that they're not that aggressive. Okay, we're kicking it. Let's just get this off the field and fix our mana a little. We want double blue next turn for memory. Oh, we fixed their mana. Interesting. Didn't expect that. The fact that they haven't done much, they might have testing talents. Oh, okay. Just trying to make zombies work. Gotcha. Good. Just trying to make the zombies functional. Yeah. Let's go like this. Blue because we want Fading Leer pretty soon. This is 5. Pretty good. Full power Sunset Revelry. I'll trade. I'm not scared. Oh, you want treasure? Okay. We'll chill. No rush to Lear. Definitely not paying 3 life for it. One of the better cards they could have. They play it again, I'll turn it into a spirit. I'll get that thing exiled. The Tainted One. But they didn't make... Let's save this. Might block the adversary in the future, hence gaining more life. They didn't make the creatures. It's a pretty big tell that they have some interaction that we should be respecting. Some kind of a counter or a divide by 0. See if they have a flash end of turn thing. They're zombies, so flip the switch. Makes sense. It's a pay 4. We'll make zombie. All right, if they counter this, we've got more. We also have negate if we want to fight. Okay, it is flip the switch. Do we want to fight? I don't know. So zombies, they're not going to run that many planeswalkers, right? Let's try fighting. Maybe we get all their counters out of them so that Lear can come down. It's not crucial that we resolve Memory Deluge. It's just... it's the principle of the thing. Nah. They really tanked on that for a while. They might have another. Still a little risky, I think, to make that play. So let's go for divide. Just gonna divide this scab so that they can't replay this and make a bunch of dorks. Just gonna get some sciences. No big deal, guys. Just a little bit of science. Keep the mana going. Scab is back. We'll try to save Fading Hope for Ebon Death. Ebon Death, Ebon Death. Which one is it? I know you guys like to tell me how to pronounce stuff, so tell me. I think we take this bump and we Memory Deluge. I want to sweep the board, then play Lear. I think that's a mistake I made against green. I should have tried to find a way to sweep the board first. I didn't really have other options. I was pretty low on cards. What else? We've already got negates and talents, so we don't need any more of that. Divide by 0. Another Deluge. Now we've got Deluges in the graveyard we haven't played yet. Let's grab Divide by 0. They might just slam the Ibn Death on their turn, and we still haven't found Doomscar. Been through half the deck. There's one in the graveyard, though. We discarded it a million years ago. Back when I thought I was up against some kind of a Blood Money deck or a Mono Black Control. Oopsie. Doomscar, come back to me. Don't. If you feel scorned, I admit I was wrong. I was wrong, Doomscar. I was wrong. I can change. You gotta stay alive here. Sunset Revelry is really good at that job, though. Back, I say. Are we mascotting? Let's loot. If we want to find Doomscar, then frickin' try to find Doomscar. All right, I think we take this bump. And the reason for that is we keep our 1/1s so that they're indestructible when we play Amiria's Call. We're doing a good job hiding Ibn Death. Would you like to try to counter this too? Another flip the switch. All right. Do they have a third one? They could. They could have it. They don't have it. Infernal Grasp, Crippling Fear, even Death. All right, anything else to really watch out for here? The Hook. Hook can be really bad if we end up low on life. Really, really bad. Lulth. Gotta watch out for those Crippling Fears. In fact, that Crippling Fear is about to get us, isn't it? We're about to get got by Crippling Fear. Oof. Not completely. We got some angels to block. Then I guess it's on Lear, because we're going to take some damage. They can kill one of the angels. We block here. We go to 3. Yikes. 1 mana short of being able to negate. But will they use the Infernal Grasp? If they don't have the Infernal Grasp for the Lear... Oh no! They have it all? They top deck the Bloodchief's Thirst for a perfect lethal? Oh, come on. That all goes back to that discarded Doomscar. I didn't have any more in the top half of my deck. 2 bad mistakes, 2 games in a row.